And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he's going to be stopped forward. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, when you get up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And fine chase on the right side complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. And Burrow going to throw again. A short throw caught by Andrews. Taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Burrow, setting up to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him.
And taken down. They got him. Multiple plays combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he gets this one just shy of 40 to mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Spencer. Now they set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there, the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen. Trading, they want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
He's loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Spencer is taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last series formula disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on the East. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, it's Andrews.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now for the 40-yard line. Second and 4. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And throws the trouble. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up forward. He's been a busy man here this this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Spencer. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Spencer. He finds his man complete. That's Morrison. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Spencer. Oh, he's got a man right. He's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Bengals getting set to go. Well, see, we kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, we feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only 2 teams in real history ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Burrow. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out right after 35. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Look in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And this is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Burrow will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it?
And take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mark Andrews, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block and you've got to go to the right point, that didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Spencer. He's going to walk one. Deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Spencer. First mistake for one of the ball game as it's intercepted. He's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? Get in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Right sideline falls incomplete. That's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when you give up and fight another down. That's a smart move to throw it away. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Incomplete. With 5 seconds to go. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing your coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The final shot before break. Spencer. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Now that should give him a start. He's 40-43. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. Every chance on several times across the game working awfully well. Most importantly, partner,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Left side is complete. They'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have it on the move on first down. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Spencer. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Spencer. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams take the opening kickoff for the third quarter drive right down the field and extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been a result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down, but you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Duckworth. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. That one on first down. Duckworth. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Wilson. Johnson's got it complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. And he's going to get out up around the 45-yard line. Boy, he ran 3 there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They go play action here on first down. He's got his hand in the crossing route. And he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They'll try and pick up another first down.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Double team and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interception comes later.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Wilson. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're
Cincinnati score. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, with that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Got a man that's shorter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Spencer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's his caught. He's got a touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Rams have put this one to play here in the 4th quarter. Well, after a breakdown He's up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense. Wilson, it's loose. It's out front. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On the carry, here's Knight. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And quickly, they get to the line. Operating from the gun. Spencer looking left side. He's got him in. That's Knight. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. This is Knight. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Operating from the gun. Spencer. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To throw is Wilson. Throwing it out route incomplete. It's Burton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second and a couple. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket. He got enough for the first.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Wilson. Now a short one to Gesicki. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Oliver. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they're good with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Wilson. Down snap. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Checked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Fighting his way through contact. Still on his feet. I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1. And that throw behind his man. He missed it, incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's second and 3. Now it's Wilson. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.